Oh, too, when life gets complicated. So, like I said, marriage, like I said earlier, when it's just you, is one thing, but then when you get married, you're in that covenant. You are in that when you have your best friend, you have your life partner, when you have your lover, when you have your ride or die, y'all in it together. Y'all are under that covenant. Like it's not just it is a partnership. It's not that that partnership is a covenant. It's not just about you no more. It's not just about Andrew. It's not just about Gabby. It's not just about Albany. It is about the husband and a wife, and eventually the children and the children as well. So the shared decisions equals shared consequences. It catches up with you. So, like I said, kids, new priorities compete for every dollar. And as which is I'm being funny, but I'm being for real. So like my mom said, like whenever something happens where it's like she sees something happen with children when they like acting out or something or they doing something, she'll be funny or sarcastic or facetious. She'll be like, "Ooh, children are a blessing." So children are seriously a blessing. They are. I mean, I'm talking about like another. It unlocks another chamber of your. I'm being a little deep right now, but you know it is what it is. Another chamber of your heart. You know, like it's another type of love. Like with your spouse, it's a great type of love, and it is up there. And but with your children, seeing y'all's many versions of y'all is just it's outstanding. But being real, on the flip side, those priorities can be for every dollar. And I don't know what's going on with childcare, with daycare, especially in America. Like, come on, like, what's going on? Like, daycare is ridiculously expensive. Like, I know, and then like, I'm pretty sure like Albany, like she can attest to it as well. But I know in Middle Tennessee, a good daycare, childcare center, me and my wife were paying like $350 a week. And it's like, bro,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying? So it can really add up. And it's almost to the point where I realized and we realized, and I even heard from other older people, the mentors and the OGs or like the other older employees I work with. They were like, and it was even actually one of my supervisors. He said, "Yeah, my wife, she's been a stay-at-home mom since I've been working because we realized it was more cost efficient for her to just stay at home and take care of the house. Because it's like if there's two now, I'm not saying this is a one size fits all. I'm not saying this for everybody, but I've realized I've seen it where it's like, okay, if you have two incomes, and then if it's $350 a week, half of it or the majority of it of what at least the other person's income and what they bringing home, that's mainly going to daycare. Like if you think about it, that's almost like in some places like that's rent or a mortgage. That's like, and then we're not even gonna get on like mortgage and rent, like how that's even inflated nowadays. But so so basically, kids, the priority, new priorities compete for every dollar. You add that layer too. And the bills, fixed costs multiply while income doesn't. And so the real cost isn't just the interest, it's the opportunity cost. So like I said, so what do you mean by opportunity cost, Andrew? The opportunity cost is what I pointed to earlier. What that interest or those not only the payments, the credit card payments that you were having contribute to that, but the interest payment that could be going towards savings in a high yield savings account. That can go to a money market account. That can go into a 401k or an IRA, into index funds, into mutual funds, into real estate, into as for your business, if you have a business or into I mean, I'm talking about on and on and on. Um, but yeah, and another part I want to say is And this is like what blessed me too. Is like, okay, there's interest. We don't want to pay interest. We want to receive interest, that compound interest. So, for example, like I said, the money market accounts, if you have a certain amount of money that you put into one of those accounts, depending on their APYs, annual percentage yield, or their rates, APRs, whatever, they will pay you each month a like a dividend or interest for holding it in that account. Now, as far as like CDs, like certificate of deposits, I'm not really the biggest fan. I'm not the biggest fan of those because you have to lock it in for a set amount of time. And if you pull it out in case of emergency, they penalize you. And I feel like the return on that investment isn't as high as the other ones. So yeah, so that's the opportunity cost. We want to receive interest payments. We don't want to pay interest payments.